Welcome to Pumping Up with Hans and Franz, the informative training program for the serious weightlifter.
All right, welcome. We're back. Yeah. Once again. All right now. Yeah, all right. I am Hans.
And I am Franz, and we just want to pump you up.
The seated leg curl, notice it's curl. Whenever you're curling something, you're bringing the weight, you're bringing it back to your body. So your leg starts out here and it comes back. So that is a curl. Think bicep curl. You're taking the weight and you're curling it into you, okay? The seated leg curl works out your glutes and your hamstrings. Diagram right there. And there's a couple different things you can should be adjusting on here before you start lifting. Again, let's look at the diagram and notice that the pad out in the front is resting on the heel. The leg is straight to start. And so you need to make sure that pad is right there. It's not too high and not too low on your shoe. So to adjust that, here is the lever here. And by pulling the lever out, you can move the pad into the position where it's back on your heel. The second thing we want to adjust is this pad here, and we want it resting on our quad. Notice there's not a gap between this. We want our legs straight and it's resting there. It's not putting a lot of pressure down on our quad, but it's keeping our leg in place. And that can be adjusted by pulling this pin out and moving the pad kind of up and down. The third adjustment you need to make is where the backrest is. And if you tilt the chair up and then grab the bottom, it's going to allow you to slide it back and forth, okay? And then our next adjustment is the weight. So we pull the pin out and we put it in the desired weight. Our goal on all of the weight machines is to lift 12 to 15 reps and do 3 sets of that. So we want to pick a weight that's going to tire our muscle. So not too light where we can't feel it, but not too heavy where we're struggling just to get through 1 set. We want our muscles to be tired afterwards, and so we want something that's challenging but not too challenging. And we want to be able to control the weight going up and down, not just up and then letting gravity do the rest, but up and down. So that is the seated leg curl. All right, so this is the leg extension. When you're extending, just think about it, you're going away from your body. So our starting position is going to be sitting here with our legs bent. It looks like a 90-degree angle with the pad resting above our shin. And that's the first thing we can adjust. And that's over here. And if you pull that pin out right here, right there, that'll allow you to move it, the pad. We don't want, when we sit down and we start, we want the pad resting against our shin. The next thing we can adjust is the seat, and like most of the seats in here, if you just tilt it, it'll allow you to slide back to your position. So this is the starting position here with the leg extension. And we want to slowly bring our legs up, and that's going to work out our quads, okay? So that's in the front of our legs there. We want to make sure that we're controlling the weight up and down, and we're not letting gravity pull the weight back down to our starting position. You're only getting half of the workout if you lift the weight up and just let the weight drop back down. If you think about it, if you go up, control the weight up, and control the weight down, you're doing it twice compared to letting gravity take it down. So don't cheat yourself on the workout. Get a good workout. 12 to 15 reps, 3 sets. Of our desired weight, nothing too strenuous, and if you're feeling tension in your knees, you're probably using too much weight. This is the leg extension. We've moved over to the seated leg press. This is a favorite of everybody's. It works the glutes, hamstrings, and the quadriceps. If you look at the starting position right here, we've kind of bent. We've got our quads off the ground here. You can use your hands on the hand railing here, and we are pushing, and we want to be feeling it in our legs, all around our legs there. We want to push through our heels here. Try not to push through your toes. Push through your heels. And I know that some of you like to come over here and see if you can press 390. We are not doing that in here. We are trying to tire our muscles by doing a lot of reps. And our reps are 12 to 15. We do not, anywhere in here, try to lift more than 100 pounds. It's just a rule in here. 100 pounds for anybody, doing it 45 times is going to tire the muscle. And if for some reason it doesn't, you can even do more reps, but we're not doing more than 100 pounds here. So you can adjust the starting spot by lifting up this. This is gonna slide it back and forth. And you do that till you get into kind of that desired position. Now over here, you could work out just your calves if you wanted. And to do that, you move your toes down to here. And now we're just doing calf raises, okay? And so that calves are on the back. But if you wanted to do all three, you can get your feet up higher. And then remember, we're pushing through our heels here, okay? Try to push through your heels, not through your toes. If you start pushing through your toes, your heels get off there, and you don't want that. So this is the seated leg press.
Go.
Over to the treadmill. When I ask you what muscle this works out, don't say legs. First of all, that's not even a muscle. Don't say quadriceps or hamstrings or anything like that. Any cardio machine is working out the heart, okay? To turn the treadmill on, there is a switch in the back. All the way down here. Turn it on. You should hear it beep. Did not beep. There you go. And then you get on. And then most of the time we're just going quick start, and then you can adjust the speed, okay? You can adjust the incline. We're not worrying about time. That's more if you're doing a workout profile. And so it's nice to start out slow, kind of warm up. At the end, you want to do a little cool down, bring your heart rate slowly back down to its kind of resting heart rate. The idea behind any cardio machine is we're on here for a good amount of time. We want our heart rate in our target heart rate zone, okay? And we want it up there as long as possible. So here's the little diagram. It tells you your age, you're in between 10 and 20. So our heart rate should be between here, probably closer to 136 than 130. That's if we're working at 65%. So that's a low intensity, that's a fat burn. You need to work a little harder, 160 to 168 for that cardio. That's gonna work out your heart here. And while you're running, put your hands here on the sensors, and after a while up on the screen, it's gonna detect your heart rate, and over here it's gonna tell you where you're at to see how hard you're working. And then obviously you can adjust your intensity here by either speed or incline if you're not working as hard, or move it down if you're way above that zone, okay? And so we want to keep that pace. Once we get in that zone, we want to keep that pace for as long as possible. That's going to give us the best workout. So again, this is a treadmill. We're working cardio, improving our heart. Onto the bike, another cardio machine here. To start this, you start pedaling. It should turn on. If it doesn't, you can press start to get it going. You know, you can press a workout if you want, and that'll take you through, and it'll randomly change your intensity levels. Or you can just do quick start, in which you're manually changing your intensity levels. We want you at least level 4, but obviously you can change that as you're going. And then just like over to the treadmill, we want to see how hard our heart is working as we are exercising. So we want between 160 and 168. That's going to do a cardio workout for us. So we're going to get our hands at on the sensors here to see what our heart rate is. Okay, this tracks your distance, your RPMs. It's how fast the cycle is spinning, and then your calories. Not the most accurate thing, but kind of gives you an idea. So when we're on the bike, we're working on the strength of our heart. That is our goal here. So we want to pick a pace that we can be on for as long as possible here for a good workout. I'm over on the ellipticals. You start moving. It should turn on. If not, you can try pressing start to get it going. We mostly do kind of a quick start, just like the bike. When you get your hands on the sensors here on the side, it will pick up your heart rate. You can change the intensity, so that will increase the force you have to apply to keep going at the same speed. The elliptical, like the bike and the treadmill, is a cardio machine, so we want to focus on what our heart is doing while we're on it. We want a good enough workout where our intensity is up high. Again, between 160 and 168. If you are going super fast on here and you're hearing a lot of clunking and clanging, you need to increase the intensity if you want to keep going at that same speed here, because that's how the machines kind of break down when we go too fast at such a low intensity. So elliptical, another cardio machine. We are looking at a chest press here. Chest press. Let me try that again. It works on your deltoids, and that is right around your kind of shoulder area. The pectoral muscles, which is one of your biggest muscles, that's your chest muscles, and the tricep that's in the back of your arm. When you sit down for the chest press, you know, you should look like this with your back flat against the seat there. You can adjust the seat up and down. This one doesn't, the back of the seat doesn't slide, but up and down. And if you look, you want the handles of the chest press to be equal kind of to your chest. So that's when you know you're in the correct position there. You can also adjust the pin down there. And you are just, basically you're pushing out. You want to control the weight as you push out and come back in for a good workout. Again, we want to fatigue the muscles here. We're not looking to max out. If you were looking to gain muscle, you would want to lift a lot of weight a short amount of time. That's not our goal in here. We really want to fatigue the muscle by doing as many reps as possible. So you're picking a weight that you can do 12 to 15 times. You take a break, about a minute break, come back, do it again. Do 3 total sets, and hopefully that fatigues the muscle. You get a good workout. That is the chest press. Over at the abdominal crunch, couple things you can adjust here to start. Let's look at the diagram first. This is the starting position you want to be in. So he's slightly leaning back, okay? And what that position does is it gives more of an opportunity to crunch forward. So you want to position yourself, so again, you are kind of slightly leaning back. You want your kind of shoelaces right here to kind of hold your legs in that position so that your abs are doing the workout here. So the first thing we want to adjust is this pad here. This is going to rest up above our chest. We can pull this pin out here to move it back and forth. We can slide the chair up and down so that we can get in this position again. When we move the weight, we really want to feel it in our abs. We want our abs to do the work, okay? And that's our core here. You obviously can adjust the pin there to move it up and down so that you are getting a good workout and fatiguing the muscles for the abdominal crunch. The shoulder press works out the deltoids and the triceps here. The starting position here looks like the hand grip is right equal to the shoulder. So you want to slide your seat up and down so that you can, your hand position, your shoulder position is in that correct spot. You extend all the way up there and make sure you're bringing it down nice and slow too. There's the pin so you can do the desired weight. Again, 12 to 15 reps, 3 sets. We really want to fatigue the muscle, not trying to max out in here. This is the assisted dip and chin. This is a great workout here. If you are able to do a pull-up or a dip without assistance, that is pretty impressive. So it can work out your biceps, your deltoids, and your triceps here. Let's talk about the kind of chin-ups first, which is right here. So the different thing about this is the more weight you have, the less the easier it is, okay? Because this weight down here is assisting you. So let's just say you weigh 100 pounds and we got 55 pounds here on the pin. When you actually do a chin-up, you'd only be lifting 45 pounds, okay? Because it's giving you 55 pounds. Okay, so if you weigh 100 pounds and you didn't have any assistance, you'd be lifting 100 pounds. But because we're getting 55 pounds of assistance, we're actually only doing 45 pounds. So actually the less amount of weight, the harder it is going to be. Okay, so you guys know how much you weigh, you can do the math. The minimum here is, I believe, set at 10, so if you took the pin out, you still would be lifting 10 pounds, but you guys can adjust the pin that way. You need to make sure that up and down you are controlling yourself. A lot of people like to just let gravity do the work and drop down, and that's when the weight slams down there, okay? Not only is that bad for the machine, but you're cheating yourself out of half of the workout. So you would rest your knees here. You can put your hands at one of the 3 desired hand locations there to pull yourself up. Dips, you would put your hands here, and dips go down, chin-ups go up. So there are dips on the left and chin-ups on the right. We're over here at the adjustable pulley. There's a lot of different things you can do here, and if you're unsure of what to do, there's 3 different examples they give you here. There is the single arm, you call it the pull down, and that's going to work on your triceps, so the back of your arm there. You can also work on your triceps by standing sideways and pulling it across your body there. That's going to work on your triceps and your deltoids. You can also do some leg works out. This looks like it works out kind of your hip abductors by extending out. Okay, so there's a couple different things you can do. You can take this bar off if you want to do one of these things. You can do bicep curls on here. You can adjust the height of this by pulling it out and moving it up and down just to where you want, you know, the desired start. The most important thing about using this multi weight equipment here is that you control everything. You control the motion, you control the speed of it. Where if you look at this, you guys are locked in. These machines, you're locked into a starting spot, and really it makes you move the muscle that you're working out. Where here, you have to be really focused on, you know, if you're doing the single arm pull down, that the only thing that's moving should be this arm. But because you're not locked in, you could be moving other things, and then you're kind of taken away from the workout there. So make sure that whenever you're doing kind of free weights, that you're really focused on less movement from your whole body, and just the only thing that's moving is the muscle that's being worked on. So this is the adjustable pulley. Over here is the tricep pull down. What's nice about this is that you can work both of your triceps at the same time, where we talked about single arm before, and you're only working one at a time, but you need both your triceps at the same time. So you want to adjust the weight. We're trying to fatigue the muscle. So you want to really see how this guy is locked in. The only thing that is moving is his arms between the 2 diagrams. He's not bending his knees. He's not pulling his back down. If you were, you would be using your abs to get the weight down. That's a sign you're using too much weight, okay? You want to be able to control the weight up and down. If you are hanging on this thing, which seems to be a favorite activity for kids to do, you will get kicked out of class, and you will have to do an assignment to get back into class. It is very dangerous. I've had people hang from this, and it actually has ripped the wire, broken off, and a student got hit with this metal part in the head, had to go to the ER, and we obviously want to avoid injury, and to avoid injury we have to make sure that we're being safe and following the rules in here. Tricep pull down. We're over at the lat pull down. There's a seat adjustment you can make. You want to have your quads with a pad above it, so that your kind of lower half is locked in there. You can pull the bar down above your head or behind your head. It's kind of up to you. If you pulled it behind your head, you'd be working more on your deltoids. If you keep it in front, it's a bicep and kind of a lower back latissimus dorsi muscle, which is the big muscles in your lower back here. So this is the pull down. If you got to reach up to get it and then pull it down to get in the starting spot, totally understandable. It is kind of far away. but make sure we're not hanging from this thing. That is a safety hazard. This is the lapped pull down.